Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero. We are back again doing a reaction to the Castlevania Nocturne Season 2 trailer. Now, I personally did not enjoy the first season up until like episode 6 when Richter Belmont actually had real power and actually showed how powerful he truly was, because in my impressions and my final season review that I did on my channel, you can actually watch those if you want to get my thoughts on the first 3 episodes and the whole season as a whole. You will understand that I did not like the fact that there was a race swap that was unneeded within that. There was a slavery story that made absolutely no sense during the French Revolution, which is when this show takes place. And the fact that they try to make you care about a character that literally was deleted off within an episode. Basically, the character was useless, irrelevant, not needed in the show whatsoever. But for the sake of that, I believe I will be watching the second season just to see if it gets any better, because I do love Castlevania as an IP. I did enjoy the first series. Season 3 wasn't great because for certain reasons I won't say, but it did pick up in season 4, and I did like season 4 of the first series. But season 2 for me was the best season of the first series. Now I know they're most likely planning on doing a sequel series to this based on Symphony of the Night, which is arguably the best Castlevania game ever created, and is my favorite Castlevania game of all time. Obviously, I have Statue of Alucard right there, but we're gonna get into this trailer. I'm gonna give my reactions to it, and we will see how that goes. Starting right here with the Netflix YouTube channel. Let's get into it.
We lost. We lost completely.
Well, you guys would have all been deleted if Alucard didn't save your butts in the final episode of season 1. That is for sure correct.
You said there's a light in the darkness. But I
feel like that's supposed to be Alucard's mother, but we'll see.
Can't see any light.
And I believe the person narrating is Annette. That's Maria right there. That was another thing. Maria really shouldn't have had any huge powers in this either.
Maybe all isn't lost if we work together.
There is your race swap of Annette. She is clearly white in the original game of Rondo of Blood. I still don't understand the purpose of this race swap. She's a very annoying character. They didn't even do the race swap where the character is likable. She's not even likable in this series.
We work together.
And of course, Alucard is still Alucard.
For centuries, I've been fighting to save humanity with a Belmont by my side. If I can't stop Elizabeth, I'll need a Belmont to finish the job.
Oh, excuse me.
Obviously, the Belmont that he started with was, of course, Trevor Belmont, which the first series was based upon Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse.
Me for not having 300 years to perfect the art of war.
Sarcasm still runs in the Belmont blood. Trevor would be proud.
The fact that there's even a callback to Trevor at all in this is actually amazing. It's very good that they actually give you a callback to a much better Belmont, considering they characterize Trevor being way better than Richter, even though Richter is indeed more powerful than Trevor is.
Are all Belmonts like this?
Irritating. Oh, yes.
Oh, absolutely. Of course. I don't understand even with how powerful they show Alucard to be. I don't even know why Alucard would even need a Belmont's help, even though I know, obviously, the Belmont clan, in the original story, it's every 100 years that Belmont rises again to defeat Dracula, but they make Alucard seem like he's extremely overpowered when he's not. And of course, you have Saint Germain, again, somehow.
It's my turn.
It's also crazy to me how they can make Maria so powerful, and yet they completely cucked Hector in the first series as well.
Perhaps this time, evil doesn't have to win.
Like, ultimately, I would want Richter Belmont to be the hero that he's supposed to be in the Castlevania lore. I would ultimately want him to defeat, you know, the main villain of Elizabeth. But I feel like they're going to absolutely cuck him in this show. They might even cuck Juste Belmont from where he appeared in the first series. Even though he's clearly coming out of retirement in season 2, they might actually... I feel like they would actually, again, make it so that Annette is the real hero of the show simply because more race swaps and can't make the black character the weak one. Can't make the women the weak characters nowadays. Because they made Richter in the original season, the first season, into a huge baby. His power didn't really unlock until episode 6 of an 8-episode season, and even then, at the end of the season, he still needed Alucard's help in order to fight off the vampire army, which is crazy to me. But again, Alucard really, was around with Trevor, but then he really didn't step up until after all the Belmonts were gone, including Richter. But when does this season drop? January 16th, only on Netflix. So, seeing how they've handled Lara Croft, making her look less feminine, making her, I guess, full-on lesbian for what I've seen, I personally don't have any hope that this will be any better. I hope it would be better because it is, Adi Shankar executive producing. He executive produced the first series, but then again, you had a better writer in the first season. I mean, the first series as well, who ended up getting canceled out of the industry because of allegations. Because again, that's how that always works. But again, I want people to know more about Castlevania, because at this point Castlevania is a very niche IP and it's been around since the 80s, and it's like this should be a better, more well-known IP. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Similar to how things like Dragon Quest get overshadowed by Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts, this series hasn't had a new game in the franchise for almost over a decade now. It's been a decade since we've had Lords of Shadow 2, and that game wasn't very good. Even though I've played through it and enjoyed it for what it was, but I will say it wasn't one of the better Castlevania games. That's why they've had to release all their old material. And I'm very grateful that the old material from like the DS, the GBA, and the 3DS are being released in better formats on every platform in higher resolution, so that I get to experience those. But we need a new Castlevania game, honestly. And it should honestly star... I believe it should star Alucard. Because Alucard seems to be one of the more recognizable characters next to like a Simon Belmont or a Richter Belmont. But honestly, like I said, I don't have high hopes, but I will be watching to see if it does get better, in my opinion. And I will be doing a review of Season 2 on my channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction and my thoughts about Castlevania in general as a whole, and the Castlevania Nocturne Season 2 trailer. And I thank you all for watching. I appreciate y'all. If you like content like this, make sure you hit that like. Comment below, how do you feel about Season 2 after watching the trailer? What are your thoughts about it moving forward into next year? Subscribe for more content like this, and hit the bell for notifications, and set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I go live on this channel or post a new video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.